folks. Hi. Hi, Renee. How are you folks doing? Hi, Martine. Hey, Claudia. So good to see you guys. You will likely want for this practice probably 2 blocks just to have them handy, as well as if you're wanting to tune into the same playlist that I'm using the same as last week, Twist, Open, Stir, just because I'm a little bit addicted to that playlist right now, if I'm being honest. So you can pop over to my Spotify, Yoga with Sierra, all one word, and it's Twist, Open, Stir for the playlist. If there's something else that you would rather move to, you are 100% welcome to use something else. We are going to take the opportunity tonight to dive into a little bit of binding work, a little bit of adventurousness that I'm not going to elaborate too much on, so that there's no anticipation over it. It's a flow class, it's all levels. Flow is what we make of it. It can be as challenging as you choose, or it can be a little bit more mellow if that's what you're needing. And we are going to get started in supported fish. Just making your way onto your mat. If you have a favorite setup for supported fish, going there. And if you are looking for recommendations, taking the block closest, low and wide. Block furthest, mid and wide. You're taking it so that one is behind the shoulder blades, second behind the head. And letting the arms move a little bit away from the body. Letting the legs settle into a shape that feels good for you. And see where you can let yourself just relax into this shape a little bit more fully. Starting to soften the space between the eyebrows. And unlock the jaw. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Shoulders drip down away from the ears. Hips stay heavy. And the arms and legs relax. And as you linger here for just a little bit longer, start to invite a gentle rhythm to the quality of your inhale and your exhale. Letting your supported fish serve as a gesture of openness to transformation and openness to change. And last night we had the opportunity to bask in the last super full moon of the year. And the energy of this time really is one of starting to let go of the old, to really make space for lasting change. So if there's something in particular that comes to mind for you here, an area that you're wanting to shake up a little bit, if there's anything that's feeling heavy that you want to put down, just taking this practice, this time on your mat, to let go of the old in order to really make space for what you need in your body, your mind, your life. Just inviting it in with open heart and open arms. What can you let go of so that you can really show up and honor yourself? To step into who you're meant to be and how you wish to feel. And together we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And sigh through the mouth. And you start to slide your feet onto your mat so the knees bend, the feet rest on the earth. And stretch the arms overhead toward the back of your space. Maybe interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. And you take a deep breath in right here. Release the interlace and you slowly roll to your right, off of your blocks. Just take a breath in your fetal position. And press into your left hand. And bring yourself up to seated. You can have a block under your bum to elevate the hips a bit if that feels more comfortable, or you set both blocks aside for now. And as you inhale, you start to stretch the arms up to the sky. And bring the right fingertips down to the earth. Press your left thigh down. Find this little side bend. Reach your left arm in line with your left ear. It's just taking a big breath in right here. Can you press your left thigh, left hip down more? And then you start to turn your heart toward your right hand. Bring your left fingertips down to the mat. Press your left hip down more. It's just offering up some more space through the outer left edges of your body. And you take a big breath in. Walk the hands in front of the legs. You take the left arm over toward the left side of the mat. Stretch the right arm in line with right ear. Press your right buttocks down. Offer up that more subtle space through the right upper edges of the body. And keep the right hip heavy. Turn your heart toward your left hand. Bring your right hand down. Press the right hip down more. And take one more breath in. Walk your hands toward the front of your mat and fold forward. Press the hips down. You might use the hands to press back so the hips anchor down more. Just taking one more breath. And slide the hands toward you. Sit up tall. Switch the cross of the legs, so opposite leg is in front. As you breathe in, stretch the arms up to the sky. Make fists with your hands. And then you start to bend the elbows out by your sides. Bring your knuckles to kiss behind the back of your head. Be aware of your politeness for your head to get out of the way of your hands. Can you pick your head back up? Imagine a resistance band between the hands. You start to try to pull them apart, thinking about squeezing the outside edges of your shoulders and the upper back. Can you draw the elbows back more? Pull the bottom ribs in. If you're still pulling that pretend resistance band apart, you find a little shake, a little quiver in the arms. As you breathe in, stretch the fists up to the sky. As you exhale, open the arms into a T shape. You internally rotate the shoulders so the shoulder heads roll forward and down toward the ground. Notice the tendency for your chest to collapse in and follow. Can you keep it lifted up? Find that internal rotation just a little bit tighter. And then you bend lightly into your elbows, bring your knuckles to touch behind your bums. You keep the elbows bent so the knuckle touch is more accessible. Keep the index and middle knuckles together. And you start to push your fists away from your bum. So the bend in the elbows stays, but you're trying to move the hands away from your seat, feeling the internal rotators of the shoulders here. Press back a little bit more. And then you squeeze your triceps, the backs of your upper arms, and straighten. Roll the shoulders back and down, externally rotate. Breathe in, go up to the sky. Let the knuckles touch, elbows bend wide. Belly strong. Engage outer shoulders, pull your pretend resistance band apart. So we rinse and repeat. Pull apart a little bit more. You stretch the fists up to the sky. Take the arms out into a T. Internally rotate the shoulder heads forward. Take the fists behind your bum, bend your elbows, knuckles touch. Keep them touching, push the fists away from your seat. And then press back a little bit more. Squeeze the triceps, straighten the arms. Externally rotate back and down. Breathe in, draw up. Bend the elbows, knuckles kiss behind your head. Pull your fists apart, squeeze the elbows back. Pull apart a little bit more. Straighten the arms up to the air. And then out to the sides. Internally rotate. Fists behind your bum, bend your elbows, knuckles touch. Keep them touching, push your fists away from you. And then push back a little bit more. And because you like this so much, we're holding it for a couple more breaths. Try to do yourself the service of really creating that push back, even though your shoulders will lovingly shriek at you about what you're doing. So you keep that press to find the engagement, the stability around the internal rotators. Take one more breath in. Stay for one more breath out. You've got this. Squeeze your triceps, straighten your arms. Externally rotate. It's never felt so good. Reach the arms up to the sky as you breathe in. And then bring your fingertips down to frame your bum as you breathe out. Just taking a little pause here. As you face the front of your mat, you're going to start to lean into the outside edge of your left hip. Take your right leg out to the right side. So your left shin is in front of you, 90 and 90. And from there, you start to squeeze the outside edge of your right side seat. Flex the right foot. And then you start to squeeze your bum and you try to pick the right knee up off the floor. And it might be just the tiniest little lift, or it might be a little bit higher. Notice the compensation pattern of your body trying to lean over to the left side. So quite often when we lift, we're going to end up slouching and over to the left. Can you think about squeezing the bum, keeping the chest proud, the spine tall, and then as you exhale, you tap down. So you think about the outside edge of your jean pocket. If you were wearing jeans, squeezing and lifting up, keep the spine tall. And then you tap down. Squeeze the seat, lift up. And then tap down. 2 more. One more time, squeeze, lift, and hold. Pause there, pull the low belly in. Bring the right hand back behind you or float the hands up. You start to roll across your bum, you windshield wipe the knees to point to the sky. And you drop into the same shape at the back of the mat with your right leg forward. You squeeze the outside left edge of your seat to pick up the left knee. Pause and notice any tendency to curve out to the right. Can you keep the spine tall where it started before the knee lifted? Maintain that for the first one, just a couple more breaths. Try to think about that engagement through the outer edge of your bum, that little pull up through the space below your belly button. Squeeze and breathe in, and then tap down. Squeeze, lift. Lower down. Contract and lift up. Tap. 2 more times. Lift it up. Squeeze more. Slow tap down. 1 more time. Squeeze and lift. Hold it up here. Pull the low belly in. And again, you can use your hands to frame your bum, or you pick up the hands. You roll across your seat. Windshield wipe the knees up. And as you drop forward, hands to the front of the mat, coming into table pose. Tail up, belly to earth as you breathe in, cow pose. And then tuck the tail under, round your spine, drop your head, cat pose. Continue moving with your breath, so these undulations of the spine, that little back bend, that little arch. You play with your movement here. You can keep it linear, or you can start to move more freely. Maybe side bends, hip circles, spinal circles. Coming to a neutral spine, a flat back. When we think of neutral, instead of it allowing it to be kind of disengaged, can you pull your bottom ribs and your belly in? Spread the fingers wide, lean your weight back a little bit so the hips are behind the knees. You pick up all of your fingers and both of your thumbs. So it's a flow class. We are going to end up on our hands at some point. So on fingers and thumbs up, the elbows are going to try to bend. Can you keep them straight? Keep fingers, thumbs lifted, elbows straight, lean forward, breathe in. Straighten out the elbows more, stay. Hold for the inhale. Can the fingers come up more? And then rock your weight back. Inhale forward. And then back. 3 more, moving with your breath, trying to be honest with yourself about what your elbows do. For myself, I know I still struggle with keeping the elbows straight. So really trying to keep that straightness, that lift of all fingers, all thumbs. Embracing quivers and calibrations along the way. It's just warming up wrists and forearms for any time we're on our hands, especially if you've been working at a desk, on a computer, or any device throughout the day. The next time you come forward, tuck under your toes, drop your belly. Send your hips back and then up, downward facing dog. Take a few moments, pedal out your feet. And take a big inhale here. Tuck the left knee into your chest, round and roll forward, step through. Lower the right knee down. As you inhale, stretch the arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. With your exhale, pull your hands to your heart, pull your belly in. Find a light lean forward as you inhale. Right elbow to the left knee, push down through the elbow, roll your left ribs back. Can you draw the left hip crease back? Pause there, keep pressing through the right arm, press into the left knee. Big inhale, come through center. And then bring the left fingertips to mat or block to the left side. Reach your right arm in line with your right ear. Big breath in. Into your half split, straighten the left leg as you breathe out. Hug the left hip crease back. Stay long or bow. Easy twist, back knee up, left arm to sky. Breathe in. Left hand to ground. Plank pose, high push up, belly strong, pause. Step the toes to the outside edges of your mat. So right to the outer borders, no tighter. And then you take a moment, bend your knees, hover them above the floor. Floating table, take a big breath in. Pick the knees up as you breathe out. Regular plank, feet closer. Downward facing. Breathe in here. Right knee to your chest, step through. Back knee down. Breathe in, reach up. Pull hands to heart. Lean forward. Twist to the right, left elbow to right knee, and instead of collapsing into the knee, push down through your left arm. Can you try to roll the right ribs back a little bit more? And as you roll the right ribs back, can you tack the right hip back? Push into both feet. Breathe. As you inhale, look forward, reach up. Bring your right fingertips to mat or block on the right side. Lean out. Left fingers in line with left ear. Big breath in. Half splits, right leg straight-ish. Stay, breathe in. Maybe you stay long or you bow. Easy twist. Front knee bends, right arm up, back knee up. Right hand to earth. Plank pose, high push up. Belly pulls in, step your toes to the outside edges of your mat. Hover your knees as you breathe in. Keep the hips as they are. So knees hovering, hips where they are. Right hand takes a step back toward your right knee. And your left hand takes a step back. You start to push your bum back between your heels as you continue the walk back into Malasana. So your low squat. If your feet are not on the outside edges of your mat, you'll want to adjust. It'll make it more comfortable. Hands to heart. Pull the chest up. Pull your belly in. Breathe. And instead of just allowing the collapse, can you think about pushing down to lift up? And then you start to squeeze the right side of your seat. Can you draw the right knee just an inch away from your right elbow? And then squeeze the arms with your legs. Squeeze the left bum cheek. Pull your left knee an inch away from your left elbow. Just the intention. And then squeeze in. Squeeze right side, draw away. Hug it in. Squeeze left. Draw in. One more per side. Squeeze right. Draw in. Squeeze left. Draw in. Hands stay or reach. Hands to the mat. Keep your bum low. Walk your right hand forward. Hover your right knee just above the mat. And then left hand forward, left knee just above your mat. Keep your bum low, so it's just that floating table. Walk it out into your plank. Step your feet closer. Downward facing dog. Take your right leg to the sky as you breathe in. Bend your knee, open your hip. Draw your right knee to your left elbow. Cross your right ankle in front of your left ankle. Sink your heels, cross ankle, down dog. Take your left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Left knee, right elbow. Step through. Take a moment. Kick your right leg up to the sky. And then cross your right ankle behind your left ankle. Try to one day line up your toes. Familiar territory to last Friday. Just for the warm-up. Pull the left hip crease back. Then you bow toward the legs. Take a breath in. Walk your fingertips to the right. Pull the left hip crease back more. Center as you breathe in. Over to the left. Pull the right hip back. Center. Push the weight into your left foot. As you inhale, squeeze your bum, pick up your right leg. Bend and step back. Into your wide high plank as you breathe in. Core tight, bum firm, hover your knees. Walk left hand halfway back. Keep the knees floating, bum low. Right hand back, bum sinks between the heels as you continue that press back. Malasana, push down, lift the heart up. Pull your belly in, draw the shoulders back. Notice the heat you're building in your body, strength you're tapping into, space you're creating. Take one more inhale here. Hands down. Walk left hand forward, float left knee. Right hand, right knee. Walk it out into your wide plank. And then back, toes closer, down dog. Take your left leg up, bend, stack, open. Draw left knee, right elbow. Left ankle in front of right, sink the heels. Right leg up, bend, stack, open, squeeze your bum. Right knee, left elbow. Step through. Push down, pick up your left leg to the sky, squeeze your bum. And then cross left ankle behind right ankle. Try to line up the toes one day. Bend your knees as much as you need. Pull that right hip crease back. Folding over the legs. Walk the hands to the left. Pull the right hip crease back. Through center. See if you can squeeze your legs a little bit more. And then go over to the right. Pull your left hip crease back. Through center. Fold, push into your left foot more, right foot more. Take your left leg up to the sky, squeeze your bum. Bend and step back. Wide plank. Hover the knees. Right hand walks back, keep your bum knees low. Left hand, right, eventually into Malasana. Squeeze your bum, lift your heart. Pull the low belly in. Stay or reach up. Squeeze your bum to keep the inner hips open. So instead of letting the legs collapse, you push and squeeze. And then hands to earth. Right hand, right knee. Left hand, left knee. Eventually into your wide plank. Step feet close, down dog. Big inhale through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Right leg up, bend, stack, open. Right knee, left elbow. Cross the ankles, sink the heels. Left leg up, bend, stack, open. Left knee, right elbow. Step the foot through. Breathe in, right leg up, squeeze your bum. Cross the legs, squeeze your thighs. And as you inhale, pop up to the fingertips and toe tips. Pivot and turn to your right. So the ankles uncross, sink them low. Come up halfway, hands to shins, flat back. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, take your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Left knee to nose, step through. Crescent lunge, high lunge, squeeze your bum, reach your arms. Bend your back knee. Can you start to pull the belly up, the tail down, squeeze your seat more. Fingers stay alive, breathe in. Warrior 2 as you breathe out. Keep the legs, reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh, left arm sky. Get lower. Breathe in here. Extended side angle, left elbow, left thigh, right arm in line with ear. Can you sink the hips more? Press into the right pinky toe side of your foot. Roll the right ribs to the sky. Breathe in. Sweep over right side skater, right side lunge. Push firmly into your feet. Keep the bum and belly firm. Easy twist, front of the mat. Land your hand. Wide plank. Hover the knees. Walk your left hand back. Right hand back. Keep the bum low. Pushing back into Malasana. Usually around now is when it gets more sustainable and more endurable. So you push down through the feet, lift the heart up, squeeze your bum. Stay with hands to heart, or you reach your arms up. Squeeze your seat to keep your inner hips open. Breathe in. Hands down. Left hand walks. Right hand follows into your plank. Downward dog. Left leg up, bend, stack, open. Left knee, right elbow. Left ankle in front of right, down dog, cross ankle. Right leg up, bend, stack. Right knee in, step through. Left leg up, squeeze your bum. Cross left ankle behind. Find a little bit of length. Sink. Pop up to your toes. Walk your hands to the left. Pivot and turn on the balls of the feet. Sink the heels. Hands to shins, half lift. Walk it forward, downward dog. Right leg up. Right knee in, step through. Crescent lunge, high lunge. Bend your back knee, squeeze your bum. Stay high on the back toes. Can that back knee get just a little bit lower? Even though maybe you don't want to. Stay. Get just a ½ inch lower. Curse my name in your head all you wish, or maybe out loud because I can't hear you. And then spin the back foot flat, warrior two. Keep the bum firm. Reverse warrior. Can you get a little lower? Track your right knee to right side more. Stay as you breathe in. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm in line with ear. Lengthening through your extended side, all the way from outer left edge of foot to left fingertips. Breathe in. Left side skater, left side lunge, bending left knee, straightening right. Keep the chest proud, belly in, legs strong. Stay for the inhale. Right hand to the front of the mat, pivot, turn, easy twist, left arm rises. Left hand down. Into your wide plank as you breathe in, pause. Stay or you lean forward just a touch. Belly in, bum strong, use your knees if you need. Bend the elbows back halfway, and then you press back up. Hover the knees. Walk your right hand back. Left hand. All the way back to Malasana. Hands to heart, proud. Pull the belly in. From there, you start to take the left fingertips down to the left side of the mat. You squeeze your right bum cheek, keep the right hip open. Take right arm up to sky. Breathe here. You might stay with that or internally rotate the right shoulder. Take the back of your hand across your lower back. You can stay, or if you feel adventurous, you keep squeezing that right bum cheek so the right knee stays away from you. Slide your left hand further out to left side. Internally rotate that shoulder, and maybe you grab for a bind behind the left leg. If that sounds like a crazy idea, skip it. If it feels like it's open and possible, you take it. Roll the right ribs back more. Push a little more weight into your right foot. Stay for the inhale. Left fingers down. Open the arms. Hands to your heart. Push through the feet, right fingers down. Left arm up. Stay there. So you can keep this open as you are, or you internally rotate left shoulder, back of your hand to your lower back. Stay. Maybe slide the right hand out. You keep that left bum cheek firm. Maybe you go for the bind, or maybe you just stay where you are. Keep the chest up. The left ribs rolling back. Take one more inhale. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up. Hands to heart. Push through your feet. Breathe in. Hands stay or up. Hands down. Coming into your plank has never felt so good. Slowly. Right hand forward. Left hand. Find that extension. Breathe in. Feet close. Down dog. Take the left leg to the sky. Bend, stack, open. Draw left knee to nose. Step forward. Half step with your right foot. Warrior one. Lift the arms up. If crescent lunge works better in your body than warrior one, take it. If it works, right foot 45-ish degrees, pull your left hip back. Pull your belly button in. Breathe in here, reach. Take the heart forward, the arms back, interlace or grab opposite elbows. Shoulders back, chest open. Humble warrior, inside left leg. Can you draw the left hip back a little more? And let your head get nice and heavy. Lift the heart up halfway as you breathe in. Pull hands to heart as you breathe out. Warrior 3, pick up the right leg, squeeze your glutes, draw left hip crease back. From there, you bend the standing leg more. You push away to roll the right hip open. Can you float your half moon? Squeeze the bum, lift your leg higher. And then bend and step back. Reverse warrior. Take a moment, right side skater, right side lunge. Chest stays proud. Into your extended side angle, turn your left toes forward, left elbow to thigh or fingertips to earth or block. From there, stay. Where the right arm draws up, you internally rotate, half bind. Keep it. Or maybe start to tuck the left shoulder down. Maybe you reach through and maybe the hand just stays on the ground. Maybe you full bind, maybe not. Can you lean back with your heart? Keep both legs strong. 2 more breaths wherever you are. 1 more inhale. Slowly release left hand down. As you inhale, right arm up and forward. Right hand lands, spin onto your back toes, easy twist. Stay. Or side plank, step the left foot back. Breathe in. Keep the legs, land your left hand. Into your wide plank. Stay or optional push-up. Hover the knees. Left hand leads back. You make your way into Malasana. Breathe in here. Pull the belly in. So this one we keep nice and simple. Stay or hands up. Hands to the mat. Left hand leads you forward. Feet close, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Bend, stack, open. Knee to nose, step through. Half step forward with left foot. Pull right hip back, warrior 1. Press into the outer edge of your left foot, pull right hip back more. Stay as you breathe in. Heart forward, arms back. Interlace the non-habitual way. Shoulders back, chest open. Humble warrior. Push evenly through the feet. Relax the back of your neck. Press through the feet, lift your heart halfway. Hands to your heart. Warrior 3, pick up the left leg, squeeze your bum. Bend into the standing leg a little bit more. And you try to find this buoyancy, so you push down to open the left hip up. Arms open into 12 and 6 inch. You lift the left leg higher. Bend and step back. Reverse warrior. Left side skater, left side lunge. Stay for the inhale. Extended side angle, front of the mat. Right hand is down on mat or block. Stay with that, or right arm up, internally rotate. Hand across your low back. Perhaps you start to tuck the right shoulder down and under. You can keep this. Or you start to reach through, fingers to earth, or maybe you half bind or just full bind. Whatever works for you here. You think about leaning the shoulders back, reaching the chest slightly forward. Two more breaths wherever you are. You start to release the bind. Bring the right hand down slowly. The left arm comes up, forward, down, into your easy twist. Stay or side plank. Hips go up. Waist draws in. Keep the legs, land your right hand. Step into your wide plank. Optional push-up. Press back up. Walk it back, knees low. Find Malasana. Belly draws in. Let's take a big breath in right here. And a big breath out. From there, starting to reach the left fingertips down. Squeeze the bum, pick your right arm up. Stay or find your bind, half or full. Chest stays crouched, lean the shoulders back to the left. Open the arms as you breathe in. Hands to your heart. Right fingers down, left arm up. Half or full bind. Chest stays proud. Lean the shoulders toward the right. Open as you breathe in. Hands to heart. Walk it forward. Step the feet a little bit closer. From knees or toes, we're lowering halfway or all the way for 5. For 4, belly strong. 3, 2, 1, cobra or upward dog. Back and up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Sigh out. Roll forward, high plank. Lower halfway, hold or all the way for 3. For 2. 1, cobra or up dog. Downward dog. Breathe in. Sigh. Wave, roll forward. Lower halfway, hold or all the way. Find your back bend. Down facing. Heels and hips up. Bend your knees, look between your thumbs. You step or hop through to seated. And as you come to sit, take a moment before we go anywhere else to pause. Hands can be on your knees, or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Be aware of the energy that you've moved through your body tonight. That process of twisting and wringing things out through our physical twists. Our folds signify and offer us a little bit more release. Our back bends and any of that heart opening work is meant to represent us staying open to receive what we need. Standing in our power, just as we are. And from here, just slightly blink open the eyes. Hands to your knees, roll out the shoulders once or twice. And you have options in where you go from this. You're bringing the right heel in toward the seat-ish. And you're taking hold of your left foot with your right hand, left knee with left hand. Step one, option one. Just playing with the leg a little bit, moving it a little bit from side to side. You might create little circles here. And from there, step two, option to start to use both hands to pull that left knee back. So you're leaning a little bit more into your bum. Maybe you just use the left hand to draw the left knee back. Just exploring the hip, maybe taking it across the body and then back. And if it feels pretty open as you move back, maybe you take the right hand under the left heel. You lean into your right buttocks. And you try to create this little back with your left leg over your left shoulder, anywhere above your left elbow. And you might just play with that. You might play with sinking the bum down, maybe just moving that around a little bit. For my friends that feel like infusing a little bit more power into your flow, you can start to bring the left hand down, cross your ankles, hands to the mat. You look forward, maybe you just pick up your bum. Maybe you kick your feet out to your left and squeeze your legs. So that cross ankle position, Astavakrasana 8 ankle pose. Lift the chest, and bring the bum down. That sounds like a distant dream. It is just an option. You're still mobilizing your hips even if you're not doing that. And then with excitement, we have the other side. So you're taking the right leg, right foot into left hand, right knee into right hand. And you just play with moving and mobilizing the hip. And there's a lot to say for when we do this. So if we are not in a place where we want or feel like we're ready to be arm balancing, mobilizing the hip is more than enough. One thing isn't better than the other. It's about meeting ourselves where we are. So this in itself, depending on how much you explore, you can still get a lot for that right hip. And maybe you start to take both hands into it to draw the right knee back, maybe a little touch further. And you explore that, maybe crossing, maybe circling. If you're going that little bit further, you bring the right hand underneath the right heel, right Achilles. Lean into your left buttocks, and you toss your little half backpack over your right shoulder, anywhere above your right elbow. You create a squeeze with your right leg around your right arm. And you might just stay with that. Maybe this is enough. This definitely creates space through that outer right hip. Maybe you let it go and you cross. From there, you spread the fingers, press evenly into your palms. Maybe you play with the idea of picking up your bum. Maybe you kick the feet out and chaturanga the arms. Embrace quivers and calibrations. Keep thinking about that squeeze with the thighs. Can you breathe a little bit more fully? And maybe you take the most advanced version of this shape wherever you are and turn the left corner of your mouth up, followed by the right corner, because it's just yoga and you don't need to be so serious about it. So you take that couple of extra breaths, maybe smiling, maybe scowling at me for suggesting it. And then you slowly bring your bum down. You release the legs, you extend them out. Lean back into your hands for a second, just shake out your legs. Roll out the ankles. And then bring your feet onto your mat. Turn your fingertips forward as the palms rest on the ground. It's a little reverse chaturanga or anti-chaturanga, getting into those muscles that sometimes we lean into so we create space to give them some love. Reverse table, push into your feet, squeeze your bum. Think about lifting your heart up. Look forward or up toward the sky. Just creating that stretch through the tops of the shoulders. Keep the jaw soft, the bum firm. 2 more breaths. Lower your seat. From there, keep one of your blocks handy and reach the arms forward in front of you, and you slowly lower down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, all the way down on 1. As you come down to your back, slide the feet a little bit closer toward you, reach for your block. Press into your feet, lift up your hips, take your block either low and wide or mid and wide across your sacrum, just above your tailbone, across the back of the hips. Knees bent, or legs long if that feels good. Arms can be down by your sides or overhead. Just offering up space through the front of the body. Staying open to release what you don't need. And open to receive what you do. Taking one more breath just as you are. And you start to slide the feet onto the mat. Pause for one breath. And take the arms down by your sides. Push into your feet. Lift your hips just enough to slide the block away. Lower down inch by inch. Pause for a moment. You take the arms open by your sides, tuck the knees in, and take the legs over to the right, coming into your supine twist. About 5 to 6 breaths here. Look where it's comfortable. Tuck the knees a little closer to right arm if the low back feels sensitive. And gradually making your way through center and over to the left. And stay with the steadiness of your breath, wringing things out one more time. And unravel through center. Feet to the earth, reach for one of your blocks. You're taking the block either low and wide or mid and wide behind the back of your skull. So neck is fully exposed. The only thing touching your block is the cranium, back of the skull, in around the occipital bone. So you think about the ridge of the block closest to you against that little ridge of your skull. Hands can rest on your body or down by your sides. Knees can be bent or straight. You very slowly and gently oscillate your head from side to side. It's just rolling out the suboccipitals. These muscles that get fussy from having our head screened forward often. If you are working from home like many, chances are you are in a probably less ergonomic setup. Probably spending a little bit more time on devices. So we roll and release this space so that your head and neck can feel lovely, more free, unencumbered as you move into your weekend. Maybe you find spots that need some extra love, you nod your head yes and no into those spaces. If you need a little bit longer rolling, you are 100% welcome to take a bit longer. If you're ready for Shavasana, take your dominant hand to the back of your head. Non-dominant removes your block. You extend the arms, the legs. You rest and release. Letting go from head to toes. Just inviting this final wave of relaxation to wash across you. Just rinsing away any remaining tension, any stagnation, any stuckness from your day, from your week. And we take the time to let go of any self-reservation, any self-doubt. And we lovingly say farewell to the things that we feel are holding us back, in order to allow ourselves the opportunity and possibility of staying true to the care of our soul. Taking the time to embrace those gentle endings in order to make space for your new beginning. What will you manifest and welcome with open arms in your new beginning? We will conclude our time on the mat together tonight in Shavasana. If you need some extra time to rest here, I highly encourage you to take this time for you. Thank you so much for meeting me on your mat. It was a pleasure and an absolute privilege as always to share this space with you. Have a wonderful evening, a lovely weekend. Namaste. Thank you all so much for coming. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, absolutely feel free to drop me a direct message. It's always a pleasure to meet you here on the mat. You're welcome, Jane. Namaste, Martine. Namaste, Kat. You're so welcome, Rachel. So good to see you, Leah. So great to see you all. It is going to time out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I do have something exciting coming up next week, and it's about